Thank you, everyone, to come out for the Harrison Brinker Show. This is the first episode, everybody. Are you excited? Well, to start it off, I just wanted to ask you guys watch the news? You watch the, do you watch the news, sir? You do? What news do you watch? The poop news? Oh, geez, sir. Well, they're all poop news to me, am I right? Am I right, folks? Well, I was reading an article the other day. Let me see what it said here. It said ex-JP Morgan analyst awarded $35 million after New York City building's glass door shatters on her, causing permanent brain damage. Do you see this, folks? Well, that's right. Women have been fighting for equal pay for years, trying to shatter the glass ceiling. Turns out all they had to do was shatter a glass door. We got a good one for you tonight, folks. Colin Blair is here, everybody. That's right, my cousin Colin Blair. Then I'm going to rant about Drake giving the middle finger and Instagram showing boobs. So if you are excited, stick around. There's going to be plenty more after this. See you around, folks. Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, I have my notes on my chair here. Welcome to episode 1, the introductory episode of the Harrison Brinker Show with Harrison Brinker. I am your host, Harrison Brinker. I don't really know what this is supposed to be. For about 2 months now, I've been getting stuff together to make my own show. I bought a green screen. This is a fake background, by the way. I bought a green screen. I bought a microphone. I bought lights. You can't see that. Well, here, I'll show you. Here, I bought some lights. And then a couple months went by where I'm just like, I'll get around to it. I'm real nervous. I don't know how to start it. I have a couple ideas for what we could talk about on the show, but I just kept putting it off. But today I had, I don't work till later this evening, so I was like, you know what? I got nothing better to do. I could edit the podcast, me and my roommates do, or I could blow that off and just sit down in front of the camera and see if I know how to put a show together without any preparation. That was the biggest thing. I wanted to put preparation into this, and I do have ideas, so we'll get around to those later. But I think worst case scenario, I want to make sure that I can sit down and kill a half an hour or an hour without any preparation. And what better episode to have no preparation for than episode 1? I designed this on Photoshop. If you hate it, let me know. And if you have any better ideas, then you're the only person who can complain about it. Because if you're just going to say it stinks and then not contribute anything else, it's like, okay. You're entitled to that opinion, but okay. All right. Here's a cup of coffee. I didn't know if I was going to be a coffee guy on the show. Oh, yeah, that's good. You can tell that this corner here is cut off because I didn't buy a big enough green screen. Here, I'll mess around. I'll peel behind the curtain here and show you. Oh, that's my actual wall. Everything here, this is just the green screen. That's weird, huh? Interesting. I think I might. Whatever. I don't know how to show you any of that stuff. I think with this microphone, I have to speak right into it. So if there's any times where you can't hear me because I'm off mic, sorry. I'm not used to that. I can hear a school bus. Here, I'll go like this and look out my window. I can hear a trash truck. I thought it was a school bus, but the truck is yellow, so I was kind of close. I can hear him driving. Don't worry. The show's going to get more entertaining than just me watching out my window. I think. My chair squeaks. I'm going to have to put some of the budget for this show into a new chair. I got this one on Facebook Marketplace, and it's actually not as bad as I thought. Apparently, it only squeaks on very subtle movements. I'll try to move around like Ace Ventura for the rest of the show so you can't hear it. But yeah, so this is going to be episode 1 of the Harrison Brinker Show. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. I guess that's not a good thing to say on the first episode. The introductory episode. The preliminary, I don't know what that word means, episode. Maybe this is only like episode 0.5 to kind of test the waters a little bit. But I think at the very least, it's going to be a show rather than like a podcast, an audio podcast. The visual, I like the idea of a podcast, but it's going to be visually appealing. If I pull up a video, you are going to want to watch the video. You're not going to want to just listen to me reacting to some guy on Reddit. I want to have interviews with my friends and eventually interviews with people I'm not friends with. Not my enemies, but just like people on YouTube that I don't know that I'm like, this guy's interesting. There's this guy that makes watches. Don't even know his name. Don't even know his name. He doesn't make them. He just buys them and then fixes them. It's like Wristwatch Revival. I think that's what it's called. I actually have no idea. But he's got like 1 million subscribers, and I'll watch those guys' videos till the day I die. Because they're just entertaining. So it'll be a guy like that where I'm like, look, I don't know who you are, really. I don't even remember your name when I'm trying to give you a plug on my show. Friend of the show. Yeah, he's got 1 million subscribers. I'll give him a plug. Who the hell do I think I am? Anyway, I don't know why I said a plug. That disgusts me. It's not a plug. I'm just talking about him. Anyway, let's move this microphone a little closer. I would like to have a guy like that on. Just an interesting fella. I'd like to get a garbage man on and ask him who takes the trash out in his house. I'd like to get a homeless man on and ask, hey, if you're sitting on the street corner every day for 8 hours, every day in the rain, wouldn't it make more sense to go find a job for 8 hours a day in an office or something like that, or a janitor? Or, like, I don't know, a homeless guy would be a good janitor. Except he could see, like, shit on the floor in his school and just be like, I see no problem here. I might add in a laugh track. That way the audience, you people at home, know when it's appropriate to go, oh, that was a joke. That was a joke. I might not put the laugh track in. I don't know. I might put an applause break in when we have guests. Hang on. I'm going to have some coffee here. Give me a second. Oh, yeah. That's real good. This is, of course, Folgers in a mug that I made myself. It says my name on it right there, I think so. Yeah, me and Jason Seeger. He'll come on the show. You guys know him. You love him. The White Coffee co-host himself. Jason Seeger, everybody. I haven't done any interviews yet with anyone. I originally thought I was going to sit down and do all of an entire episode at once, editing on my computer on OBS as I record it. I think that's the most insane thing I could possibly have done. It would make a lot more sense to sit down and just do segments. The show's going to be broken into segments anyway, so why wouldn't I just record one segment, export it, one segment, export it, record an interview, export it, make sure if I record over the course of different days I'm wearing the same outfit. Like today, I'm dressed as a substitute teacher, and then at the end, when they're all done, I put them together. So if there is an interview later in this episode, I don't know yet. You'll know in only moments whether or not there's someone on the show, but they're pre-recorded interviews, except today they're not pre-recorded in the sense of I did it already. It's just, yeah, I'd like to have a guest on. I just don't know who it'll be, and we haven't done it. So that's the intro to the show. I'll probably have thrown some music up, or maybe I've come up with some sort of like actual intro of like, it's the Harrison Brinker Show, with videos of me like classic, like, oh, I'm in the shower, oh my gosh, I'm almost late for work, and then I run out of my house and I'm running around the block, and I get in my car and I drive all around, and then I turn back around and my car pulls in the driveway, and then I run up and I come back in my room and I can go, oh, thank God I wasn't late for work. That would be funny, huh? And then over top I play a little music, whether it's the Harrison Brinker Show or something I come up with, or just something I just steal on Spotify. And, I could be like, hey, welcome everybody to the Harrison Brinker Show. And then I walk out to freaking Frank Sinatra by Cake. And I just walk out, Here, I have these headphones here so I can actually hear what the computer's playing. And I walk in, I go, thank you, everybody. Welcome to the Harrison Brinker Show. I'll try to find a way to fade that out later. Or, it's early enough. We're not going to get we'll get copyright strike, but it doesn't really matter. I actually don't have any good songs to play here. Oh, Sunflower. See, this would be another good intro. Here, I'll walk in. This is, I guess, in order to talk about this, I have to say it's editorial. So we'll say, this is Vampire Weekend. This is from their 2018 album, The Father of the Bride. Father of the Bride. Sorry, it's written in a circle. I don't know where the actual sentence started. The bride, father of. So this is a good song, and then I would just go over and fade it down and go, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Harrison Brinker Show. I guess that took hey, we're killing time. Anything to kill some time on this show. Am I right, folks? I don't know if it was worth getting 2 copyright notices in the first episode for just a useless segment, but my point is, I don't know if the intro to this show is going to be a real song or a song that I just come up with. Or maybe a song that a viewer comes up with and says, this would be a great show, a great song for your show. It goes, it's the Harrison Brinker Show. It's the greatest show you know. And if you're excited, you'll be delighted for the Harrison Brinker Show. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just take that sound clip out and just put it in. Anyway, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to react to some bullcrap on Reddit. Here we go. I don't know what order any of these segmented video clips are eventually going to be put into the episode. To peek behind the curtain, the last thing I just recorded was the intro for episode 1, and I ended it by saying we're going to go to Reddit. And then after I clicked stop, I was like, why would I go to Reddit? But I don't want to edit around that. So I think this is me just thinking out loud here, which is basically what any show is I'm not going to, if I end a video, I'm not going to say what we're doing next, because who knows what we'll do next. I should just say, I'll see you in the next segment. Because I ended it with saying we're going to go to Reddit, and in reality what I want to do is complain about Aubrey Graham. That's right, Toronto's own Drake. That's right, Degrassi High's own handicapped Drake. That's right. Sorry, there's someone out my window bending over. I'm trying to see what's going on outside. She's an old lady. Gross. Can you hear me? I hope she can. Gross. She can look in my room right now though and go, what the hell is that guy doing? She of course can't see the animated background behind me. It's not even animated. She can't see the Photoshop background behind me. She only sees a big green screen with a guy in a stupid suit and talking into a microphone. Anyway, back to Drake. So, Drake, you guys have all seen the news, right? You guys have seen the news. Drake, of course, was at Penn State over the weekend. He was there on March 31st, which was what, Saturday? That's right, because Sunday was Easter. No. Saturday was Easter. No, Sunday was Easter. Who cares? Over the past weekend, I'm recording this April 2nd, Drake was at Penn State. Sorry to drop the F word. If I censored it out, that's what I said. Just so you know. Drake was at Penn State. I follow people from Penn State because that's where I'm an alumni. So I still have some people that I'm not even friends with them. It's just girls that I saw on Tinder once and added on Instagram because I thought I'd have a better shot. And then I just never DM'd them. But I have them all on Instagram. And this one girl posted like front row Drake at the Bryce Jordan Center at Penn State, Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania State University. Not to be confused with the State Penn or UPenn. Anyway, so Drake's there, right? You're with me? It's taking me a while to get to this point. And while he's singing, this girl's recording him from the front, like basically the front row, and Drake goes, everybody hold up your middle finger. And it just made me realize, I stopped the video there. It just made me realize how cringy I think the middle finger is. And it's not to say that there's no place for it. Right. I think it's cringy for TikTok girls to cross their eyes. But I think it's funny when I take a group photo and I'm like, so there's obviously a place for it. Maybe that makes me a hypocrite. Fine, then I'm a hypocrite. Good. Anyway, at least I'm honest. Like if you're in traffic and someone cuts you off, it's good to go that and beep your horn or something. Because what am I going to yell out and go, hey, fuck you, out of my window? No. But I'll give him the finger, and if he's lucky enough to look back and see it, he deserved it. So there's definitely a time and a place for the middle finger. But I feel like 40-year-old Drake going on stage for a college and then being like, hey, all you kids, stick up your middle finger, is like, for what? To say, like, fuck you to the man? Like, could you be more corporate, Drake? If you, I thought this before, but if you want to be anti-establishment, go throw a brick through a small business. Don't just be like, hey, if you guys want to say fuck the man, go down to the Walmart and get a freaking, I don't know. Good one, Harry. Walmart's a big corporation. If you've never heard of it, that's why that was almost about to make sense. Anyway, my point is, I hate the middle finger. I think it's stupid. Again and again, you see like high schoolers, whatever. High schoolers are allowed to be stupid, but I'm also allowed to point out when they're being stupid. Like high schoolers in a group photo at a party being like, Fuck yeah. Or like white kids throwing up gang signs or whatever. Where it's like, what are you doing? Like, that's so lame. And maybe it's just because I've grown up and realized my mistakes. There's pictures of me with the middle finger up. I thought I was a cool guy. That's how I can turn around, look back at my life, and say, fellas, don't do it. However, I'm surprised that a guy like Drake can be twice as old as me. What is he, 50? And then just go to a school with a bunch of kids and be like, hold up the middle finger, guys. Yeah, fuck you. Like, what? Oh, you're a badass. You held up the middle finger. Ooh. How about you tell all the white kids in the crowd to yell the N-word? Like, that would be crazy. You're just telling them to stick up the middle finger. Like, okay. Oh, they said fuck, huh? And they didn't even say it. They held up the finger that means it. Ooh. Get the fuck over yourself, Drake. I like you, though. If you want to come on the show. Friend of the show, Drake, of course. You all know him. You all love him. If he wants to come on and defend himself, get him on the show, folks. Let's get Drake on the show. I hate the middle finger. No more 20-year-old. Anyone over 18 years old is not allowed to post a picture of them on Instagram holding up a middle finger unless it's like someone molested their son and they're in court and they're giving their fucking final remarks to the guy going, I hate you. That's a little different. But if it's just like you're in a crowd and it's like you obviously are, everybody's on the same page, everyone's getting along, and it's like, hold up the middle finger. It's like, to what? To the school? The school's the reason you're here. Anyway. So let's go to the next segment. I don't know what it'll be yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I've come across what might be the newest conspiracy on Instagram, and I'm going to show it to you today. Now, let's bear with me. Bear with me here. So there's this page on Instagram called Mommy Milk Tales or something. Mom and Milk Tales. It's a page on Instagram devoted to... No, this isn't lit. I'm not smoking inside my house. There's a page on Instagram devoted to women breastfeeding in public. I love breastfeeding. I love it even more when it's in public. It's very healthy. I'm anti-Similac. So, this page is devoted to breastfeeding in public, or breastfeeding just in general. Great. But I don't know if you guys have noticed recently, but Instagram in the last 2 years has been a lot more lenient on what you can and cannot show in terms of pornography. And I say that I sound like a 90-year-old guy. All right. In terms of porno, folks, what you can now show on Instagram apparently is anything other than actual sex. Because there's these OnlyFans models who are paying for ads, and they bend over with a freaking thong right up their labia, and you can see the outline of their pussy lips. Ew! And then a mesh tank top, and you can see their nipples, and it's just like, who are we fooling here? This is just porn. But for whatever reason, seeing porn on Instagram, even if it's a lot more tame than actual sex, is interesting because you can access anything you want on Pornhub or Xtube or fuckmachine.com. But when you see something 1/10 of the sexuality, but it's on Instagram where you're not really supposed to see that sort of stuff, for whatever reason, that sticks out. That's a real sticks in your craw. You know what I mean? And you're kind of like, ooh, you can see side boob on Ashley's post. Nice. It's like, yeah, you can see Ashley's asshole if you subscribe to her OnlyFans, but for whatever reason, just a real hint of it is cooler to see when it's in public, and it shouldn't be there. That has nothing to do with the conspiracy. The conspiracy is, now that Instagram is becoming more lenient on the sexual stuff you can see on their site, there are these pages devoted to just breastfeeding where these women pull out their freaking big floppy National Geographic boobs and feed their kids. Fine. Breastfeeding is natural. It's a beautiful thing. It's actually the craziest thing that the human body can do. I'm not joking. Because for the actual science behind breastfeeding, and I'm no scientist, if the baby is lacking vitamin D, the boob, the nipple, or something in the fucking wiring in a tit can sense that. Oh, this kid needs more vitamin D, and then pumps in more vitamin D to the milk. It's the craziest thing that the human body can do. So in no way is the Harrison Brinker Show or any of our funds or any of our producers or sponsors or anything, none of us are anti-breastfeeding. Like I said, it's the craziest thing of the human body can do, and in fact, I'd love to see it in public. But people are taking advantage of this now, because breastfeeding is beautiful, and if you say anything against that, you're a fucking asshole, misogynist. So these pages are going up on Instagram where no one's allowed to fight back because it makes you look like a sexist for being anti-breastfeeding. I go, no. Bear with me. I'm not anti-breastfeeding, but we need to get down to brass tacks here. There's a problem. There's a conspiracy in these breastfeeding pages. Now, I don't know if this makes me a racist. Hang on. I don't know if this makes me a racist. But on these pages, generally, minority women are following the rules. They're breastfeeding their children. But, for example, when you go on these pages and you scroll to a white woman, this is the fucking deal of the century, folks. This right here is a fake baby. I don't know how I'm going to censor around the nipple. I don't know if YouTube will let me play this video because it's breastfeeding, but it's not even breastfeeding. This woman, and there's plenty more just like her, is breastfeeding a fake baby. It is definitely hard to tell. In fact, in this video, you can't even, the way it's framed, you can't even see the baby. But let's find another one. There is, here she is again. Look, this is a fake baby. She's got big tits, though. I'll give her that. No wonder she's trying to show them off. But is anyone fooled by this? And I don't know why. It's generally white. And I'm also kind of confused why, like, anyone that's not a white lady is clearly not American. This is a fake baby. It's not even moving. I don't get... And another thing, not that I want to be the racist breastfeeding show, but can we acknowledge that all of the music in any of these videos is all Indian? No matter if it's... like, that's clearly a real baby. She just got hit in the head with a nipple and flinched. But no matter if it's a white lady or a brown lady or something else, the music is all Indian. I don't know what the hell is that supposed to mean. That's a real baby. He's looking right at the camera. Anyway, I gotta censor all this out now. But my point is it not disgusting to be it spits in the face of breastfeeding, which is one of the coolest things the human body can even do. It's a beautiful thing that a mother does with her child. I'm pro breastfeeding, and this is a bastardization of the act. And to talk out against it, am I sexist because I'm daring to say that this is gross? Well, they go, well, it's not real, but it brings up awareness of breastfeeding. And you go, who the hell isn't aware of breastfeeding? It's like breast cancer every October, and they go, wear pink because it's breast cancer awareness. You go, I'm all for donating to breast cancer research. But, like, who the hell are we kidding? Who's not aware of what breast cancer is? It's like having a breastfeeding page on Instagram. This page has 130,000 followers, by the way. And I guarantee you it's not 130,000 moms going, how the hell do I get these things to work? It's 130,000 perverts jerking off to pictures on Instagram, which is not good because there's babies in the video. There's plenty of fucking sexual Instagram pages you can go jerk off to. Can you pick one that's not an inch away from a baby, please? I should be pointing over here. You're going to cross your wires, dude. You ever hear of Pavlov's dog? He rings a bell and his mouth waters because he would ring a bell and constantly give him a treat, and then he would ring a bell and not give him a treat, and his mouth would still water. Anyway, that's what you're going to do. You're going to start jerking off to videos with ladies with big tits, and I think all you're doing is jerking off to the lady with big tits, but there's a baby in every single video. Now all of a sudden, you're going to be walking down the street, you're going to walk past a fucking daycare or a playground, and you're going to get a boner because your brain's like, oh shit, babies. Oh, that means I'm about to go jerk off. You're a sick fuck, sir. Anyway, the idea of even having a page on Instagram devoted to breastfeeding, when it's like, you cannot convince me that the people behind this page are not trying to be sexual. Because it's like it's a natural function of the human body. It's like having a page devoted to shitting outside and I go, this is kind of gross. And they go, oh, well, we're just spreading awareness of how to shit outside. I go, I know how to fucking shit outside. That's that's the whole point of having an asshole. The whole point of having a tit, although they are fun to stare at, in actuality, practicality, the whole point of having them is to breastfeed. So whose mind are you blowing other than kids or adult men who are trying to jerk off? Like, that's the whole reason this page even exists. And I think it's disgusting, and you heard it here first, folks. Their Instagram pages on Instagram devoted to breastfeeding are being taken over by white women with fake babies just as an excuse to show their tits. And if you track them down, I guarantee they have OnlyFans. I guarantee they have no kids. I guarantee they're sluts. And I guarantee they're not married. They're fucking gross. Ladies and gentlemen, for my next segment, this will be a quick one. I just want to show you to one more Instagram page I saw as I was scrolling through the women breastfeeding department from the last segment. This one's called Scenic Pisses. It's a little more appealing. It's a little less perverted. Although it is men pissing, it's a lot more fun. It's devoted to men in nature, beautiful scenes of nature, just peeing in public. Every time I've peed in public, it's either been in a bottle or an alley, so I don't really have any contributions to this page. But I want to show you nonetheless, because tell me this isn't one of the coolest things you've ever seen in your life. He's skydiving and pissing. Now, I don't know the answer to the question of how do you not get it all over your legs. Don't ask me. Don't ask me why he's wearing khakis. The most obvious piss material ever constructed by man. Although I guess if you see piss on him and you see, like, it's most likely going to be on his ankles, and no one would even think twice about why this guy's ankles are wet. Regardless, it's one of the coolest things a person can do. It's one of the only physical advantages men have over women. In terms of useless physical advantages, we get to piss anywhere. And that's it. I just want to draw your attention to that. There's not really anything to say about it. What more do I need to say? The page has 1 million followers. You're not coming to me for your news. I just want to point your eyes to the sky, being able to piss in the skies. All right? Point your eyes to the skies. Piss. All right. Move on. Hello?
Hello, honey. Hey, Joseph, it's Colin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to interview number 1 of the Harrison Brinker Show with Colin Blair. Colin, take it away.
Hello, my name is Colin. I'm Harrison's cousin. And everything from my sense of humor to the music I listen to is a direct cause of this man right here.
Oh,
and that's all you need to know.
You're too kind, Colin. There was a lady walking outside my door earlier. It was nice. I had the suit on. I was wearing a suit for recording the episode, and I was like, "What could I do? What excuse to? Oh, another lady's walking outside. This episode's falling apart here. I gotta close my blinds, or I'm never gonna be able to finish the episode." Anyway, so I was wearing the suit, and I was like, you know what? There's a hot lady outside walking her dog. I might as well check the mail. So then I drove up to the mailbox to just so I had 10 seconds outside where I could walk around with sunglasses on and be like, yeah, I'm wearing a suit, checking the mail. Oh, what do we got here? Coupons from a grocery store. Nice.
Got taxes in work, gotta take care of them.
Yeah. I know, they're probably going to send it to me in like 2 checks. I got so much money back. Did you do your taxes? Colin is famously an accountant or a finance something. I don't know, something with money.
Payroll. I do the payroll. I take care of people's taxes, yes.
Now, do you do your own taxes, or are you sick of doing taxes? Do you not trust yourself?
Well, I haven't done my own taxes yet. I will this year, probably. But no, I can't look at another tax number. It's driving me crazy.
All right, everybody. New segment. We're going to be making fun of people on Reddit on the 2-sentence horror subreddit, which is what I think to be one of the stupidest subreddits on the entire website. It's generally not very scary, and it always cracks me up. But we're reading these live. They could very well freak us out. But I wanted to see how these go here. So, first of all, and we'll go back and forth. Reading these. I was visited by death when I was a child, and it left me devastated. Ooh, that's frightening. Let's see. He said that he had no quarrel with my kind, and that he will never darken my doorstep ever again. Oh.
Not bad.
Oh, I got chills. Do you want to go one after another, or do you want to? I'll scroll until you see something good.
Okay, I'll go one after another.
All right.
Here we go. I decided to leave my husband and convinced everyone in our friend group to ghost him. We left him in his hibernation pod and took the shuttle to the last known colony as the ship traveled towards the unknown.
Oh. Colin, I'm scared.
We shouldn't do it.
Oh my gosh! Wait, the next thing we gotta read the comments on this. See how many?
Oh,
I forgot. Usually people will be like, "Oh, that's pretty good, man." All right, the horror the horror movie that I just watched keeps haunting me. So I always check my reflection in the bathroom mirror before enter. Great. I should have checked the toilet. Oh no. I'm never going to be able to poop again. Venomous snake came up through the plumbing. Happens more often than people would like. Uh-oh. I'd rather it ask for paper than that. So I'm the only loser who thought of a skibbity toilet? Skibbity doodah. Alright, maybe the comments weren't a good idea. I don't know what any of that means. Let's see what's next.
What do we got? All right. Life imprisonment without parole. I would never leave my cell, they said. There was no pain, only a slight pressure, as the surgeon finished the disconnection and withdrew his instrument from my skull.
I don't even. I'm not laughing on purpose. I don't know what that even means.
I'm not following.
I'm not sure what this means. Oh yeah, but it seems similar to a locked-in syndrome of some kind. Could anyone explain? Yeah, I was going for locked-in syndrome as a form of political punishment. Ooh, scary. Hang on. You know what we'll do? Never mind. I was gonna say we'll rank it in the terms of like top voted, but those would probably actually be scary. And that would defeat the whole purpose of the show. Let's see. With advanced fertility technology, our robots have made parenthood a breeze for married couples, so don't worry about this necessary procedure. Against my will, they put the machine on my lower torso that quickly sliced away the defining parts of my manhood. This sucks, man. These are also stupid.
I didn't know this Reddit page was a thing, or I totally forgot about it.
Robot cuts off your balls. I need this in Cartman's voice for whatever reason. All right. So this is just some big joke to you, Mr. Clean or whatever. Ace McClean. I know, this is like one of the few subreddits that I follow just out of hatred, because it never gets me scared. It's just like, this is some of the lamest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
All right.
Let's see what we got.
This one's going to be good.
This is good. It currently has no upvotes. Oh wait, sorry. Say that again.
Okay. Well, all right. Maybe we'll be the first to notice it. It's great how this cruise ship keeps giving us free ice cream, I said to my husband. Then we found out why they needed to empty the freezer.
All right, I'll give them that. Okay, you know what? I'm not horrified or anything, but that's something. I'll give them that. It's something. What is going in that freezer? Now it's like a theater. Now it's up to the imagination to think of the worst thing you could imagine. Yes. This is only horrifying because it means the morgue is full. Okay. Even worse considering they keep giving them ice cream. Right. Oh, wow. This guy's smart. The perfect pizza doesn't exist. All right. We'll both do one more. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm excited.
I got that short one.
After being robbed for generations, they finally decided to attack back. Oh, the post deleted. Maybe that's the horror. All right. Well, we'll let you go with this. Okay, we'll end with this one, and you can read it, but I'll skip it and do this. I'll do this one quick. I clean my hand. Oh wait, hang on.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was going. You go.
We'll let you end it. But since this was done, I'm jumping over to this.
Okay.
And then you'll end with this. Okay.
All right.
It's my show. Just kidding. I cleaned my handbag out. Whew, calm down, Harry. I cleaned my handbag out as it was full of unnecessary things like 5 different pens. Oh, this could be good. It wasn't until my daughter complained of thirst and fatigue that I realized my deadly mistake. She got rid of the water. Diabetes? Yep.
Diabetes.
Hyperglycemia. Okay. All right. I guess she's got caramelization. I didn't expect much, but diabetes. All right. Let's see what we got here.
All right, here we go. I killed my son. No other man deserves my wife's love and attention but me.
That guy stinks. It's funny. Oh, great. It's supposed to be horrifying. It's funny because I've seen some toxic stuff from mom to daughter in this way. Minus the murderous. I'm sorry, I'm not drunk. This computer screen's too far away for me to read what these actually say. Without the murderous intent. Well, the problem also is that's not a word.
Yeah.
By funny, I mean horrible. Yeah, that sucked. That comment, I mean. All right. Well, folks, that was 2-sentence horror on Reddit. I hope you think it was as stupid as we did. Unless, Colin, you were scared, in which case, feel free to speak your mind.
I'll be revisiting this page. I'll give it another shot.
But I thought, what better way to end the interview with Colin than to reminisce on some of our old stories as young boys, young men, growing up. I would visit Colin every summer, every Christmas, and I was never stupider than when I spent any time around him. So, we're going to think about some of the funny stories that we had together, starting with Colin and the syrup. I've told this on another show recently. It's a classic, but just to get the juices flowing, I have to repeat it. So, I think we must have been like 4 or 5 years old. And Colin's mom, I was spending the night at Colin's or whatever. Colin's mom was like, "Hey, gentlemen, what do you guys want for breakfast?" And we said we wanted McDonald's pancakes. And she went and got them and brought them home. And so we're eating them. And Colin, out of nowhere, pulls up an old, big, long, huge lunch lady hair out of the syrup. And he's like, "Look at this. It's disgusting." And we're both like, "Ugh, gross." And then Colin picks it up and sucks all the syrup off the hair. And it was one of the grossest but funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. So that's what we're working here with, folks, trying to top that, because I've never forgotten that story. Your turn. We're spitballing here.
All right. Now, I have a story to tell. This is not from our childhood, but I think this should be told. So, it's our senior year of high school, and we have graduated. Now, I think you'll know where I'm going with this. So, we go on a trip. Me and my friends from school, and Harrison comes along with us. We decide to go to the beach. All right? So, we get there. The first night, we say, okay, we got to go to Walmart and get some groceries.
And get some what?
So we go to Walmart and get groceries.
Oh, groceries.
So, after we get the groceries, we go to the bathroom, and we notice there's something in the bathroom.
Oh, my God. I gotta go.
It's some kind of dispenser, and you got to put 25 cents in. We're like, what is this? So we put a quarter in.
Well, dear, we didn't have a quarter at first. We went to the cash register to break $1.
Okay.
So
yes,
we really wanted to do this.
Find out. Yes.
That's how bad.
So
yeah.
We break $1. We put the quarter in. Out pops a diaper. So we say, oh, okay, so it's just a diaper dispenser. Now, we don't throw the diaper away. We keep it, and we take it back to the apartment that we rented. So, once we get back to the apartment, we've got this diaper, and one of my friends, who is prone to doing dumb shit, we say, "Hey, what are the odds you pee in that diaper?" And he said, "All right, I'll pee in the diaper." So he does, and it's a very, it's for an infant. It's puny.
Yeah, it's like a Band-Aid. It's not very big.
So he pees in the diaper. It's completely safe. And then we say, you know what? How about you poop in that diaper?
There's only one way to top peeing in that diaper.
Yeah. So of course he does. He poops in the diaper.
And I just remember, I didn't watch him do it, but he just held it like between his legs, like one hand in front of him and one hand behind him, and just like. God. But I didn't watch him do it. I just know that he wasn't like wearing a diaper and pooping into it. He just held it underneath. He just held it underneath him and did when Mother Nature called. Sorry about my watch. Keeps going off.
So yes, he poops in the diaper. So it's the nastiest thing ever. I correct me if I'm wrong. It was stinking up the place. We said you got to put that outside. That's disgusting.
Well, yeah, we stuffed it in like an old spaghetti container. It was like, I wonder if I could pull one up real quick. Let's see.
Yes.
Spaghetti container. I mean, I know exactly what I'm talking about, but for the folks at home, it was like it looked. Hang on. It looked like a nutcracker, but it was basically this. And there. Hang on. It was just like a big long metal container. I guess I really didn't pull up eBay for that. I could have just said it, but yeah, it was a big long like tin container for, I assume, pasta and maybe diapers too. But, okay, go on. So we shoved it. He shoved it in that I think it was just on the top of the fridge or something.
We said shove it in that tin can. There, poop in the diaper, and then so it's stuffed in that thing, and then we finally said, "This is disgusting. It's gonna make us puke."
It's starting to stink.
Put it out. Yeah, someone put that outside. So I don't know who it was. They put it outside, and then after a few minutes, my eyes in the apartment start burning. What is going on? Something's wrong with the air. Next to the beach, my eyes are killing me.
Yeah, like maybe I'd left them open in the salt water too much, or maybe we reacted too late to put that stuff away.
Yes. Now, do you remember? Was it just me who had my eyes burning? Or...
I remember being everybody, but I think mine did too. I think you definitely were the first one to say anything, but I don't think it took long for everyone else to be like, yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. Then everyone came forward. Yeah, my eyes are also burning. So,
I was too scared to say anything.
I'm like, okay, I need to go outside and get some fresh air. So I go outside, put my arms over the balcony, and I look behind me. Someone put the diaper on the air conditioner. So all he was doing was blowing that poop air into the apartment and blowing poop particles all over the place. It's giving us all pink eye.
Within like 3 minutes of it being outside. Oh my God.
It didn't take long enough. It was right away. Everyone's eyes were burning because it was out there on the air conditioner.
Oh my God.
Oh man. That's the funniest to this day and forever. The funniest situation I've ever been in.
Oh, I know, that was so great.
And we just left that tin can for the next guest.
Well, we did. We boiled the tin can. We boiled water. I can't remember if it was me who screwed up, but someone screwed up, and that we boiled it and then like drained it, and then immediately someone picked it up and was like burnt their hand. Like not bad, but just like forgot. Like, oh yeah, we just had that on fire. But yeah, we threw away the diaper and then boiled the tin can, and it's just there for whoever's pasta. We probably killed somebody. We really shouldn't be saying this in public.
Definitely. I mean, it was sitting in that because we just left it. We put it back in the can. It was just sitting in there for the whole week. Like that's nasty. That's disgusting.
Oh my God, I know that was so great though. That was definitely like you said. That is one of the funniest. I couldn't think of anything that tops it. That is absolutely one of the funniest things that's ever happened in my whole life.
It was hilarious. Now, that wasn't us as children, but that's an example.
Yeah, we were all adults.
Just that's the type of stuff that happens.
Yeah, I think one of my favorites. Wait, sorry, what?
I just said we poop in diapers. That's what we do. Fireplace. You have to remind me.
We had a party and we decided to build our own fireplace.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're like 14 years old, not young enough to be stupid.
Old enough. Yeah. So Harrison was up visiting, and we decided we should have a party and have a fire, invite a bunch of people over to my house, my parents' house. So, and we have a fireplace at the house already, but we said why don't we just build our own fireplace or fire pit in the yard? So that's what we did. We started gathering stones.
And we based it off of cartoons. Like a fire pit in a cartoon is just like a circle made out of rocks.
Yes. So yeah, we all gathered all these large stones, built a big circle, and I don't remember what did we put in the middle. Do you remember?
Sand.
It was yeah. So we put a
Sand.
bunch of
But we
sand.
didn't want to get sand on the ground, so we put cardboard underneath the sand.
I remember. Yeah, we put a piece of cardboard on the grass, and then built around that and put sand on top. Yeah. So we started the fire. So we had the party, whatever. We all hung out by the fire. It was great. And then
Great
the next
party.
morning, it was the next morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We said, okay, it's probably time to clean up. My dad doesn't like this big fireplace we built in the middle of the yard. So we moved the rocks, and we pulled a sheet of cardboard, and what do you know? There's a big hole just burnt in the middle of my
It looks like the scene from Christmas Vacation where Uncle Eddie or Cousin Eddie picks up the sled and it's just a giant hole burnt in the bottom of it. Yeah, it's just a perfect square of cardboard. There's sand over it, so we're just like, oh, perfect. We can just pick it up, and we pick it up, and just like the middle of it, everything just falls. It's just the edges remaining of the cardboard.
Yes, and we did not do this off to the side. This was in the middle of the yard, a giant burnt circle.
It's probably like
So
6 inches deep of just like
Yes.
just burnt grass and dirt.
Yeah. So my dad says, why don't you come out here and look at this? So it's just me and my dad, and he's whatever.
Yeah,
telling me
I remember like knowing that we screwed up and just being like, thank God I'm not outside right now. Just watching. I was just
Yes.
watching from the kitchen window, like, oh, Collins
Harrison
really
was
did it now.
inside Just watching. That's my dad. Look what you did.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
and Harrison just watching from the window, like, that's a shame.
yeah, thank God he doesn't suspect me.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Oh man, yeah. I don't remember how long it took for that patch of grass to get back to normal, but I mean, yeah, it was gigantic and in the middle of the yard.
Oh my God, yeah, that was great. That was just another. Yeah, I cannot stress enough how stupid we are. Like, oh, we're making a fire pit. Well, yeah, I know how most of them are made out of like metal and steel. No one's ever thought of making them out of cardboard. This is obvious. Make it out of cardboard and sand. God. Oh my God.
This is what,
Ladies and gentlemen, we can wrap it up here. This has gone on. We've gone on for an hour and 45. I don't know what it'll be after I trim everything down, but I'm thankful for Colin for joining me for the virgin ride of the Harrison Brinker Show, episode 1. No person I'd rather have on first episode. Don't let Jason hear that. Jason, I would have rather had you over Colin. But no, Colin, I'm glad we could finally sit down and have a podcast or whatever this is going to be called together. We could sit and shoot the crap into our pants. And is there anything you got before it's time to say sayonara to the folks at home?
I got nothing else. It has been a pleasure, and you're right. It's about time we did this.
This won't be the last one, my friend. We'll find some Reddits that aren't boring, but until next time.
So long.
So long. All right, everybody, we're back. I've got the suit jacket back on. You know, I hope you enjoyed that interview with Colin while he and I discussed tales of our childhood, tales of boys becoming men, and men being idiots. You may forget those stories after you watch this, but I won't. Colin and I have laughed about those for ages, and we will forever until one of us dies. Hopefully, no time soon. Although, who can tell with the way we get along, you know what I mean? We're morons, folks. But I hope you enjoyed episode 1 of the Harrison Brinker Show with Harrison Brinker. I am your host, Harrison Brinker, and I had fun. It was fun to be able to complain about Drake. It was fun to be able to show you guys the weird Instagram things now with ladies showing their boobs with a fake baby. It's odd. But that's why you come to the Harrison Brinker Show, to see what's going on in Harrison Brinker's world. This is still a work in progress. I don't know if this is even going to be considered episode 1. Maybe it's episode 0.5 or something. I don't know. I might have said that earlier. I can't remember. Like here, we got to figure this out. Look. My green screen ends right here. Is there another show, you know, that does that? You watch CNN, you watch Fox News. A lot of Sean Hannity just getting completely cut out of the frame. I don't think so. I also have to worry about, I got a new monitor midway through filming this episode. I got a monitor. Actually, it's an old TV I found at Goodwill, but it works, so I have a monitor behind my camera now. The only problem is I'm looking at the camera lens, but anytime I actually want to see what I'm doing, I have to look like this. So I'll figure out a way to make sure that when I do look at the screen, it looks at least like I'm kind of looking at the camera. So we'll figure that out. My stomach's gurgling. I'll figure out maybe I'm hungry. Maybe I'm sick. We'll figure that sort of stuff out. Some of this stuff I'll figure out behind the scenes. But I enjoyed this. It took me a couple days to film this. I did. Why bother telling you? I'm not going to ruin the illusion for you. I did have to wear the same outfit a couple days in a row to get this whole episode done. But this is the outro. I think I could do it all. Once I figure out all the ins and outs of the show and all that, I could get it all done in a day. And I'll have it up for you on YouTube or wherever this ends up for you to watch and enjoy. And it won't take you 3 days to watch it. It'll take you 52 minutes or whatever, however long this was. I also don't know how long these are going to be. Is it going to be a half hour? Is it going to be 20 minutes? Is it going to be an hour? I sat down to record this episode and just kind of rambled. And it ended up being like 30 minutes before I even did any interview with Colin. And my interview with Colin went on for an hour and 45 minutes. I don't know how long I'm going to end up, how short I'm going to trim that down to. It might only be 10 minutes from Colin's interview that actually ends up in this episode. You folks obviously know. You're watching it now, and it's already happened. But we've got a 2-hour interview to choose from, so if I wanted, I could make the episode 2.5 hours long. So it's at the very least going to be 40 minutes. We'll figure out something between now and the here and that and there to the final length of the episode, but at the very least, there's going to be content for you week after week. So if you enjoyed episode 1 of the Harrison Brinker Show, well, guess what? There's plenty more to come, and it's only going to get better. So stick around, folks. I'll see you later.